history and orthodontics.
Sometimes these stories are tough to hear.
Yeah.
It's a story about a brave little girl from Chesterfield with childhood dementia. It's extremely rare and almost always terminal.
Her parents are fighting for access to a treatment that could keep their daughter alive. Sarah Bloom reports tonight in this week's RVA Parenting.
Guys, this is one of those gut check stories. As a parent, you cannot even think about it, and yet it is the reality this family lives every day. Abby has a rare disease that will slowly take away all of her abilities. It's similar to dementia, and it is expected to kill her. Right now, there's no official cure, and this is the hardest part. There is a trial drug out there that her family believes can help her. It seems to work for Abby, but the drug has a shot clock and no guarantee it will continue to exist. Abby's story depends on what happens next. When it comes to 9-year-olds, Abby fits the mold. A new Stanley Cup, swimming, Chick-fil-A, cute clothes, and giant grins. But each moment of Abby's story is both precious and fleeting, not just because she's growing up, but because with her diagnosis of Niemann-Pick disease type C, she's not supposed to grow up.
He comes in the door and says for Abby to look at him. And like when she goes up to look at him, it takes him 5 seconds and he says,
I know what this is.
I know what this is.
Yeah.
And without going into too much details, when Dr. John came in and diagnosed her pretty much on the spot that way, he said, you know, there's really nothing you can do about this, and just go make memories. And at the beach.
And in a way, those memories that doctor told them to go make are the hardest.
She could run around the playground, she was talking, she was riding scooters, growing up, hitting milestones.
A constant reminder of what Abby could do and what this disease will continue to take from her slowly and completely. You can see it in these older videos of Abby, how much more easily her body moved. With each year, Abby's skills were going, and these videos were a reminder that it was going to keep getting harder.
It's a terrible disease. It slowly kind of pulls her out. From you know, day by day, we just lose a teeny bit of our Abby.
But right as COVID hit, Abby got into a clinical trial for a drug called Adra-Betadex, and a miraculous thing happened. Not only did Abby maintain her skills,
since she's been on that medication, she's been like improving.
The medication can do what Abby's body can't, breaking down fats in her brain that occur naturally. Abby has spent 4 years chasing down access to this drug because it improves her life and could possibly save it. At times, she was flying to Chicago every 2 weeks. Then she was driving from here to Pennsylvania. But because this is a trial drug, there's no promise it will exist beyond the trial.
And that's a huge story in of itself with all these families across the country. They've had to battle keeping sites open. We've all been scared to death of this medication stopping production and getting a firm no, which we still can from the FDA.
One of the biggest challenges is Abby's disease is rare, which means even though the drug is potentially life-saving, it's a tough sell because there just isn't a high demand for it. And it's hard to gather enough patients to put together a lot of data. There are a few drugs right now that might help kids like Abby, but all of them face the same challenges. And if the FDA doesn't approve these types of drugs, these families could be out of options. Abby's disease would progress and, according to doctors, eventually kill her.
Get off my cheek!
This family can keep making memories for now, but with each passing day, those memories will get harder. The losses will be bigger, the could-have-beens haunting.
I mean, she's already touched so many lives and influenced so many people. That's
and we're
wonderful.
not joking. We're not joking when we say that. Like,
I mean, can you imagine how many more people she would have touched and influenced and, you know, just given joy to and being able to empathize and sympathize with? I mean, there could have been so many.
And could be.
It's all those could-have-beens and should-have-beens that keep Abby's family fighting. It's why they share this journey in a space most of us don't even want to imagine, hoping we'll sit in that discomfort just for a moment and take an interest in supporting Abby instead of forgetting about kids like her. The symbolism in that not lost on her family. On your side for RVA Parenting, I'm Sarah Bloom.